Hey everyone, it's Annie and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a little Q&A for you guys. So a couple weeks ago I posted a community post asking you guys just to ask me any sorts of questions that you want to know about me. It could be like hygiene and body care related. It could just be, having to do with me and my life. Just kind of anything you guys wanted to know. So if that sounds like something you guys are interested in, let's go ahead and jump right on into the video. So I figure, like I said, I compiled and organized a list because that's how my brain works. So I figure I'll just start right from the top, and that is, what hobbies do you have and like what do you do for fun? So as far as hobbies go, first and foremost, I'm a reader. I love to read. My favorite kinds of books are fiction, not fantasy, but just like fiction, especially like historical fiction. I think those are so fun. It's just really cool to like get in the time period, but it's still fiction, so that still catches my interest. So yeah, historical fiction in general, but any kind of fiction I'll pretty much be interested in. I also like a good romance story, of course. Pretty much anything I can get my hands on. I love to read and I read very quickly. So I try to get my books at like Goodwill or Walmart or like on clearance, anywhere I can get like a good discount, because I can read a book in just a couple of days, depending on length, of course. But avid reader over here. So first and foremost, that is like top tier hobby. But aside from reading, I love to do like small crafts, especially decoration related crafts. Like this little wall right here, I papered in just book pages. I got a couple books at Goodwill for $1, and I just completely covered this wall in book pages. I love doing little crafty things like that. I'll show you my favorite little piece right now. I'll try and like show a little clip of it. I just made it the other day and I absolutely love it. I think it's super, super pretty, and it's something that's relatively easy to do, and I had all the components anyways. So rather than like go to Target and pick up pieces for 15, 20, 25, whatever amount, I can just kind of like make little things that suit our space, and I think it's really cute, and it makes it just a little bit more unique, a little bit more cozy and homey, and I really like that. But I also love to bake. I'm not like a talented baker by any means. I love a good boxed mix, but like I love to make cookies. I have a donut pan, so I've been experimenting with like different donut recipes. It's been a little bit since I've done any baking because it's been hot, but I cannot wait for fall to really hit so I can do some nice pumpkin spice cookies or pumpkin muffins. I got a mix for like a pumpkin spice cake, and I got some cream cheese frosting, so I'm really excited about that. But basically just any kind of simple baking that I can handle: brownies, cookies, donuts, cake. That's my realm, but I love to bake as well. So next question is, how did I end up starting my fragrance journey / what got me into hygiene? So my like earliest memory of like enjoying a hygiene product was the first time I used like a bar of Dove soap. So I don't know if she still does it, but I remember growing up, my aunt used to send like care packages, and they would always just be like a fun mishmash of things, always exciting. You never knew what was gonna show up in the box. And there was one time where she just sent a couple boxes of Dove bar soap. I think it was just like the regular one. I don't think it was like anything scented, but we aren't really like a bar soap family. So my mom was just gonna like donate them, and I'm like, hey, I'll try it out. I loved it. It was night and day difference between like whatever body wash we were using and using a Dove soap. Like my skin wasn't like dry anymore. It was crazy. And that's when I just like got hooked on Dove specifically. So I guess that's kind of what started like my hygiene journey, I suppose, or what got me into hygiene is Dove bar soap, and then expanding into like Dove body wash. And then the store that I shop at, they send out coupons, and so I would get like $2 off of a Dove body wash, and so I started kind of collecting a couple of body washes. And then I would get a coupon for an Olay body wash or a coupon for Palmer's lotion or Vaseline lotion. A lot of my drugstore lotions and body washes, I actually like started collecting because of these coupons my store would send out. Like I just found them to be really good deals. And then I was getting to try out different formulas and I was getting excited about like the different Dove scents, the different Aveeno, like formulas. I'd never used an Aveeno body wash. Those things are lovely, super soothing formula. I really enjoy Aveeno, but it just kind of gave me more variety because I felt like, you know, I'm getting a little bit of a discount, so I can try some more things. And then I got hooked on some more formulas, and that kind of snowballed into, well, I want to try some more because I found things I like. And it just kind of kept going, and now I've got a pretty decent sized amount collection. And then right back here I've got my Bath & Body Works, which that's a whole nother story. Bath & Body Works I've always been interested in, but it's just, I never knew the right time to shop until I kind of fell into this world. And it's, you know, I got to know more about the sales, and it's not just SAS, they do regular sales and stuff like that. It's like the sales hooked me in, but then trying the products is what like got me. And now I just love to try all sorts of different things. I still like to focus on what I have before I pick up more, but it's been really fun just trying new things, finding what I like, finding what doesn't work for me, and just kind of getting to share that with you guys. So, what is your earliest memory of fragrance? And I think I was trying to kind of like review these last night. First and foremost, I think of my mom and cucumber melon, because that was always her scent growing up, like my childhood. If we ever went to Bath & Body Works for a sale or just to go in, cucumber melon is where she went. Cucumber melon is what she got. It's the scent I most associate with my mom, is cucumber melon. But as far as like my earliest scent that like for me, I don't know the brand. It could have been Bodycology, it could have been Body Fantasies. I haven't figured that out yet. But in high school, I think freshman year, because that's when I really started to get into like the girly side of life. Up until then, I was just a tomboy who wore bootcut jeans and baggy t-shirts to school, couldn't care less what my hair looked like. Like, I just didn't care. And it wasn't until high school that like it clicked that like, oh, it's kind of fun to put on a dress, or oh, it's kind of fun to do something with my hair, or smell good, or all that. Just, it didn't hit till high school. So all of that aside, in high school, I think freshman or sophomore year, I had this one mist. It was blackberry vanilla or black raspberry vanilla, something like that, but it smelled like cotton candy, and I loved it. I went through bottles of it. That was my scent. It was my jam. It's something, I got it at Walmart, so I know it was inexpensive. That's why I'm thinking Body Fantasies or Bodycology, because those are like the inexpensive Walmart brands that I can think of. But they eventually ended up discontinuing it, so I know I can't get it now, but I can get cotton candy scents anyway. Like the Body Fantasies has a really good cotton candy scent, so I'm okay, you know, I'll live without it. But that's just the earliest scent that I can think of like myself wearing. Along that same time would have been Warm Vanilla Sugar as well, because that was like my lotion scent. I would always get that in a lotion. I remember like the curvy bottle. I had the curvy bottle of Warm Vanilla Sugar before they repackaged to like the more like squared rectangular bottle. But so I think those would be like my earliest scent memories, is cucumber melon for my mom, and then Warm Vanilla Sugar / that blackberry, black raspberry vanilla for myself. And then what scent gives me my happiest memory? This one, it's the only thing I could think of, honestly, and that's Twisted Peppermint from Bath & Body Works. So that is my Christmas scent. I will always get Twisted Peppermint for the Christmas time. I've had it for years. I remember when I went off to college, I had 2 fine fragrance mists to my name. I had Beach Nights and I had Twisted Peppermint. And I've gone through so many bottles of Twisted Peppermint. I've owned so many bottles of Twisted Peppermint, and that's one that like my sister and I both really enjoy. So for a few Christmases, like I would always get her a couple pieces of Twisted Peppermint. So it's just like a fun little thing that we would share too. So I think that would be my happiest like scent memory association is with Twisted Peppermint, because there's also just the Christmas aspect of it. But it's something, it always gets me in the mood for the Christmas season, but like it makes me think of like my freshman year at college. It makes me think of my sister. It's just got all of these fun little things associated with it as well. So this next question had me thinking for a little bit, and I don't know that these are like the solid concrete answers because it's a favorite, least favorite, and those are always going to be changing. But as of today, right now, my least favorite Bath & Body Works scent is Pastel Skies. I can't do it. It's got that weird, like sweaty coconut sponge sugar-ness to it, and I just can't get past it. It's too musky, too weird. Doesn't work for me. I'm sure there's other scents that if I smelled them, I would like them even less, but that's one I actually had to like use on my body, and I just can't ever, I don't ever want to own it again. I don't ever want to smell it again. It's just not for me. So least favorite, that's just the first thing that comes to mind. As far as my most favorite, again, it's so tricky to pick because I went through blueberry sugar pancakes. I went through strawberry pound cake, strawberry snowflakes, marshmallow pumpkin latte, twisted peppermint, you know, all like the classics. Vanilla bean Noel is a high contender too, but as of today, as of this moment, Wrapped in Vanilla has to do it for me. As much as I love blueberry sugar pancakes, and like that is probably number 2, this is one that just like, one, I can enjoy it right now, so I can actually like, if I'm craving it, I can put it on my body. Blueberry sugar pancakes, unfortunately, I cannot. I'm hoping to hunt down a bottle at some point, but regardless, Wrapped in Vanilla, it's just the perfect like cakey, sweet, a little creamy, so gourmand and pretty. This is something like if I could smell like this every day, I would smell like this every day. I'm savoring my bottle of, what is it? My bottle of shower gel. I think I've got like that much left in the shower gel, and I'm just like savoring it. I don't want to finish it. I use my lotion sparingly because I don't want to go on some resale site for where they mark it up crazy high and just get another bottle. I just want to enjoy what I have. But as of right now, this is an absolute favorite. This is the absolute favorite. I love this. So another question that I got is my thoughts on Tree Hut scrubs. So first and foremost, we'll start with formula. I love the formula. I think the granules are just the right size to get a good exfoliation, and like the granule to, is it oils? What else is in there, you guys? The like gelatinous component. So the granules to the gelatinous component, it's a good balance. So I feel like I'm not like rubbing my skin raw, but I'm not just like rubbing nothing on my skin. It's a good balance. I love the formula. Some of them can be like slightly denser than others, like some are just a little bit thinner. I don't have a problem with any of those. I think the thinner ones can sometimes be a little hard to, you know, when you're rubbing it in, it might kind of glop off a little bit. But regardless, I've never had a problem with any of the formulas. The scents can be hit or miss, but I feel like you could say that about any brand. I actually just barely picked up the Cinnamon Dolce one. I've been like pining over it, and I finally got my hands on it. It smells phenomenal. So that's like top tier at the moment. But like I love the birthday cake. I love the, is it candied lemon? Vanilla, of course, the iced coffee, apple macchiato. I love like the fall scents that they brought out. So I lean more towards like the gourmand, warm, cozy scrub scents rather than like their fruity ones. Like the vitamin C is okay, the strawberry is okay, pineapple was kind of weird, but the gourmand ones haven't let me down yet. So I would definitely, if I'm picking Tree Hut scrubs, I lean more gourmand rather than fruity. So I was also asked what some of my favorite fall activities are. Of course, I love going to a pumpkin patch. That's a must for the fall time. My husband and I definitely have to make the journey at some point this fall. Also, apple picking is a classic. I'm a sucker for apple picking, of course, but fall baking is one of my favorite activities. Oh my goodness, just the pumpkin spice donuts and like the warm gooey fudge brownies. I love making pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. I love pumpkin muffins. I'm a fiend for pumpkin muffins. I kid you not, like I could eat so many. They're so good. But basically just like all the fun fall baking I love. I also love going for walks in the fall time, just seeing all like the pretty foliage. We have a really nice like paved trail. We've got a couple of different trails in my area, but this one specifically like has some beautiful foliage to look at. Also, it's just a really nice easy walk, not super hilly, just really pretty, a nice easy walk to do. But there's also, my husband's family has like a bunch of woods in their backyard, so we like to go for walks there as well. Again, just super pretty. It smells good. It's just the air is nice and cool. I enjoy it. Any chance I can get to be outdoors in the fall time, I really, really enjoy. So, what are some of my favorite movies? I absolutely love Barbie. Like, I know. I went and saw it 4 times in the theater. I also just really enjoyed the movie. Like, the Ken song. My gosh, I loved that. Like, I had it in my head for weeks. I still have it stuck in my head all the time. I can't wait for it to come out like on DVD. I would love to get the DVD. But I also love Phantom of the Opera, specifically the 2001 version with Gerard Butler, Emmy Rossum, and Patrick Wilson. I love that movie so much. I've seen it so many times at this point that just like, there are so many quotes floating around in my head all day long. My husband and I quote it to each other because he loves it too. I think I might be a little more obsessed than he is, but he's also been watching it for like years longer than I have. So we just both got like that history with the movie, which is really fun. And then we've got like our shared history with the movie. So it's just really enjoyable. I really love that movie so much. I love the music. Because I used to be in like high school theater and like music and stuff like that. Like that was my big thing. And we had this big show at the end of each year, and as a senior I got to do a solo, and so I chose Think of Me from Phantom of the Opera, of course, and I learned the Broadway version as well as like I knew the movie version by heart. So every single time, we had 3 shows, every time I performed that song I mixed the words from both versions, so it was a little bit of a different experience each time. I never really knew what I was gonna be singing, but it was really fun. So I've also just got like that fun memory associated with the movie. So huge fan of Phantom, but I'd love to see a show in person at some point. But then I only got 3 movies for you guys, I promise. I also love Dracula, like the Bela Lugosi Dracula. I know, I've seen it so many times, and like it's coming on that time of year again where I'm just gonna be watching it like almost daily. I kid you not, last year I watched it like 5 days in a row. I just went crazy for it. Like, we carved jack-o'-lanterns and I carved mine in Bela Lugosi's Dracula's face. It wasn't very good, but that's who it was supposed to be. But I don't know, there's something about that movie. I just love it. I love, like, you know, the old-timey 30s-ness of it as well. Obviously, it's in the 30s. But it's the same sort of thing where it's got, like, the sound. Like, all the quotes float around in my head, just the way Renfield laughs floats around in my head, like, Dracula's voice, all of it. It's just, like, I can almost have the movie playing in my head constantly. Basically, I love Dracula, I love Phantom of the Opera, I love Barbie. Those are my top 3 favorite movies at the moment. Like, I could go on and on explaining. A lot of you guys were curious, like, how my husband and I met, when we got married, what our wedding was like, all things to do with that. So my husband and I met when I was 13, so he was 16, I believe, my freshman year of college. We were introduced through a mutual friend, my freshman year of high school, sorry. But we were introduced through a mutual friend, but we had gone to the same school since I was 6 years old. So I always knew of him. We were just never in the same grade, but I didn't formally meet him until I was 13. And then we were friends for a long time. We didn't start dating until I went off to college. And then, you know, we dated for several years, and then we got married what would have been my graduating year, but I ended up doing an extra year because I changed majors and changed schools. So, you know, difference in courses required meant an extra year of college because I did not plan well at all. But basically, we met when I was 13, but I had always known of him. We didn't start dating until I was about 17, and then we got married when I was 21. So he was about 24 at the time. He was 23. He turned 24 a couple weeks after. But it was a really nice, just simple family affair. It was right in the height of the pandemic, so we couldn't do anything. Not that we really had any big plans anyways. It was just a nice little backyard wedding in his aunt's backyard. Super beautiful flowers. She has a gorgeous backyard. But all of that aside, it was just a nice simple family ceremony. Really just immediate family, and then a barbecue reception. We played horseshoes and cornhole and all that fun stuff afterwards. It was just a really fun time for our families to hang out together, for us to, you know, celebrate getting married, but it wasn't anything over the top, which was perfect for us. We're very laid back, mellow, simple people. So to have a very laid back, mellow, simple wedding with less than 30 people there, we couldn't have asked for anything better. So then I was also asked, like, what do I do for a career? Do I see YouTube being a potential career? What my husband does, all those sorts of things. So as of right now, I don't have a career. I work in a grocery store. So not quite career wise for me. It's just not something I desire to do as a career. I work in the portion of the store where it's like we shop online orders and then bring them out to the customers. It's nothing super exciting. It's just running around a store all day, picking up stuff for people, bringing it out to people. Definitely not something I'm looking at career-wise. I don't have any ideas career-wise right now. I'm just kind of hoping at some point I'll get inspired with something that's just like, this is what I want to do. But right now I'm just kind of, you know, playing around with retail, whatever just catches my interest. I'm not super picky. It's also 2 minutes from home, so I'm not complaining about that kind of a commute. But as far as like YouTube as a career, I think that would be awesome if I could pull it off. I've been having a blast for the past 10 months or so. I think it's 10 months. There's no way it's 10 months. I started in December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, and then it's September. So almost 10 months. Wow. Wow. But I don't see it being a career anytime soon. I think that would be awesome eventually down the road. But for the past 10 months or so, I've been having a blast. I find it super fun to just talk to you guys and interact with you guys in the comments and do little Q&As like this. This is, of course, my first one, but I would love to do more in the future. This is so much fun. But basically, no career goals right now. YouTube would be awesome in the future, but right now I'm just kind of playing it all by ear. All right, I've been filming for like 40 minutes at this point, so I think this is enough to compile a pretty decent video, so I'm going to leave it off here. If there's any questions I didn't answer in this video, I'm gonna go back and find the comments and answer them in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave me a like and a comment below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!